There is something that William Ruto said. There is something that William Ruto said, and that is what I want us to listen to. And that is what I want us to analyze. There is something very, very interesting that William Ruto said. And that is what I want us to discuss. Because for me, it's very, very interesting. He said something when he was outside there campaigning for one of his candidates. I don't know, I think alikuwa Nakuru. I don't think he was campaigning for. You know, there are some nominations that are coming, And William Ruto decided to drum up support for his UDA candidates and everything. There is something that he said. There is something that he said. And I want us to critically analyze what he said. But before I go into that, I know some of you are watching me for the very first time. Please, I really beg you, please take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. Support this platform by subscribing. Kindly, please do so, and then I will be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and for the current subscribers, I really, really appreciate you. And if you want to support this platform in any other way, my number is always here. You can do so. I really appreciate. Now, back to my video. I told you a while back that if there were two politicians that were masters and professors in Kenyan politics who were still alive, was William Ruto and Raila Odinga. And now that Raila Odinga is gone, it will remain with one person, who is William Ruto. And I keep on saying this. I know most of you sometimes think that unasemanga nimetumwa na Ruto na nina. No. My style of analysis, I don't analyze politics with feelings. I analyze politics with reality. And that is the difference with me and all those analysts wengine. Others will analyze politics based on where they stand. Based on where they feel like this is the right stand. Yes, I know there are some things that are wrong, and there are some things like, ata mimi, I'm not a supporter of William Ruto. But sometimes I have to tell you the reality. And the reality is, William Ruto is one of the smartest politicians that we have around. And anyone who understands politics should know that. Raila Odinga was the smartest, but right now, mwanafunzi wake, mwenye amebaki, mwenye ali-inherit hiyo akili na kila kitu kwa kwake, is none other than William Ruto. You get? So I want you to understand what I'm saying very, very well. I want you to get what I'm saying very, very well. I want you to listen to what William Ruto said, and then we'll do a deep analysis into this. So listen to this.
Mimi mtu ningeshindana na yeye ni Raila Odinga Agwambo. Hawa wengine hawa? Bana. Hawa ni asubuhi na mapema wanapotea wanaenda nyumbani. Ama namna gani Sinyalu? Sinyalu hoye. Sinyalu hoye.
You have listened to what William Ruto have said. He has said clearly that the only person he could compete with in the ballot was Raila Odinga. Lakini hawa wenye wamebaki atawaosha asubuhi na mapema. I know you people don't want to accept that. But the truth is, William Ruto, now his biggest opponent, is gone. Winning against William Ruto is not going to be easy. William Ruto is a master planner. William Ruto, there is no politician in this country who is a schemer kushinda William Ruto. There is none. None. Hakuna. And I know most of you will not agree with me because bado mmekasirika, you are saying one term. Hata mimi, I'm in that one term. But kuna kitu nitango reality. William Ruto is a very, very smart and cunning politician. He knows how to scheme. He knows how to plan. And that was Raila for you. And he knows how to convince people. William Ruto has the power to convince people. Has the power to convince other people to work with him. Look at how now ODM is praising William Ruto. Look at how ODM are saying that they are not going to leave broad-based no matter what. Look at how they are playing politics right now. ODM ikuambia story ya kutoka kwa Ruto hawataki kusikia. Things are boiling up very, very nicely. And I'm telling you for a fact, those people who want to challenge William Ruto in 2027, the akina Gachagua, akina nani, you better plan yourself very well. You better plan yourself very, very, very well. Because you'll be running against a system and against a person who understands politics very well, number one. Number two, you'll be running against a person who understands, who has the financial muscle. This time, William Ruto will have the resources. And then number two, you will be running against a person when he knows how to bring people together. Now support cause yake. So if you people are planning, if the Gachagua and Nani are planning to bring Ruto down in 2027, then you people need to be united. You people need to plan. You people need to make sure that you coalesce. Because the kind of coalition you are going to need to bring William Ruto down is going to be kama ile ya 2002. So Gachagua must have that power of making sure that he brings people, all the other leaders, and he keeps them united. Gachagua must have that ability. Ya to make sure that he brings all these political interests, they converge, and he makes sure that they form a force that can be able to bring Ruto down in 2027. I told you, and I repeated in a video a while back, and I'll repeat here again. I told you that the only person, that there's only two scenarios that William Ruto can go home 2027 is if what is happening in Tanzania happens in Kenya, where young people decide, no matter what, we don't want William Ruto. Hatutaki kujua whether ameshinda ama hajashinda election. We don't want William Ruto. That is one scenario that can send William Ruto home. Because I know under pressure, William Ruto can leave that seat. If pressure is enough, William Ruto can surrender. I have seen it. I know he can surrender. Because even during the Gen Z's protest, he was almost giving up. What if it were not for Raila, he was almost giving up. To a point whereby there were rumors that he wanted to give power to the military. That clearly shows that he was almost giving up. So, if the Gen Z's come together and they say, we don't want this man, we don't want this president, then that one can push him out. But another thing, the only person who can push William Ruto out is Babu Owino. If Babu Owino decides to go for the presidency, and all Kenyans decide to back Babu Owino, vizuri, plus the Mount Kenya people decide that we are not going to be tribal again, we are going to support this Luo guy for the seat, trust you me, William Ruto ataenda home usubuhi na mapema. Because Babu Owino, he's a very, very strong opponent. He's a very strong opponent. He just doesn't realize it yet. But he's someone who is a very, very strong opponent. He's very strong. So, that is the reality. What Nani amesema, I know William Ruto is unpopular. And that is the truth. William Ruto is very, very unpopular on the ground. But that being unpopular, can it translate to votes? That is where the question is. Because trust me, in Kenya, you are always unpopular, but when you go to the ballot, people still vote for you. Because Kenyans are tribal. That is what it is. You have heard so many Luos saying that we are going to vote for William Ruto to punish this other side. That is, Kenyans vote with emotions. Kenyans, they don't vote for a leader who will help them. And William Ruto understands that. So he just needs to keep on evoking emotions akiendelea. Na apate hizo kura na 2022, 2027 apate kura na ishie. Anyway, you guys tell me what you think. But for me, I feel like whatever William Ruto said, there's some truth to it. There is some truth to it. Raila was one of his strongest opponents. But Raila is gone. So he doesn't see any challenge. Of course, you should never underestimate your opponents. But in politics, sometimes undermining your opponents and making them and belittling them sometimes gives them, sends a cold shiver down their spine. Wanajua, huyu jamaa ni nani kama ako na courage hivi. So sometimes it's also a political strategy. But anyway, tell me what you think in the comment section. And remember, always remain respectful throughout and throughout. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. The African